All right. Good morning, everybody. So today I just want to talk about some things that have been on my heart lately, and I'm just gonna chit chat with you guys. So, like, why do we deal with people we know don't deserve us? Why do we continue to stay in relationships and situations with people who don't treat us the way that we feel that we deserve to be treated? Like, honestly, like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. I've done it several times. I have friends who have done it several times. I have friends that are probably doing it right now. Luckily, I'm not doing it right now because I've learned and I don't have the energy. But back to the conversation at hand, it's just, so many times, us as females and men, we legit stay in situations that we know are not good for us. We legit deal with people that we know are not good for us. And it's like, why are we doing that? Like, why do we see less of our own value to the point that we're sticking with people and in situations that we know aren't good for us? Like, toxic situations, people that are verbally or mentally abusive, goodness, physically abusive. Well, you know what? I can't even say that I've never dealt with that before because I kind of have and I kind of have. It wasn't serious, you know what I'm saying? But it's out there. Like, there's people out there that are legit in physically abusive relationships. And I mean, not even men hitting females, but females that are hitting men, and these men are staying around. And I'm just trying to understand why. Like, really, like, why are we doing that? Like, you love this person that much that it's okay that they're putting their hands on you. It's okay that you have a black eye. It's okay that you have scratches on your arm. I don't understand that and make it make sense. But I still don't judge anyone who's been through that situation, because you know what? I've never really been through it, but you also know what? I do totally kind of get it, because if you've been with somebody for so long, you've invested so much, they've invested so much, don't let you guys have children together. I understand. And then if you're living with the person, I get how it's hard to walk away. And even if they're not physically abusive, I get it. It is pretty much the same. Like, even if they aren't physically abusive, they're mentally abusive, or verbally abusive and things like that, or just toxic in general. But usually, if something's toxic, there's some type of abuse going on. But I get how walking away is not the easiest thing to do. But what I want us to start doing is walking away. Like, really, we need to learn to love ourselves a little bit more. We need to start walking away from situations, from people that aren't for the greater good of us. Like, I've noticed you literally can be miserable and be bad all by yourself. Like, I know that that's a saying that's been around for a long time. I've even said it so many times before in the past. Like, I can be bad all by myself. You know what? Yeah, you can. But guess what? I wasn't even living it. Like, I was not being bad all by myself. Like, I was being bad with other people. I was being sad with other people. I was being mad with other people. The biggest one, I was being lonely with other people. Like, how are you in a relationship with somebody and still feel lonely? Like, that's definitely one of the biggest red flags that it's time for you to figure out what's next, what you're going to do, because you should not be with a significant other and still feel like you're lonely. That means you're definitely not getting something, um for sure. So anyways, yeah, I don't have anything planned out. I'm just talking, saying what's on my mind right now. But it is very important to me that we all start to, like, love ourselves a little bit more each day, to be honest with you. And if you can, a little bit more each second, because if you just love yourself a little bit more each second, I promise you, boom, you're going to be having more self-love for yourself than you've ever had. And the thing is, when we're in these relationships with people or dealing with people, our love for ourselves has to be the same or greater than the love that we have for the other person. Because if it's not, then that other person is definitely never going to learn how to love us and love us the right way. And I'll be honest, I never really understood what that meant. It's like I understood what it meant, but I never understood how it meant until I started putting it into play and getting how it works. So pretty much it's like, if you love yourself and you're loving yourself the right way, when you meet people, they're going to learn how you deserve to be treated and how you want to be treated, because they're going to see how you're treating yourself. That was the part of the concept that I wasn't really grasping, but that's because I wasn't loving myself. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't loving myself the right way. When I started loving myself the right way and I started meeting people and they were like falling off or not sticking around long, when I was like saying my requirements or just saying what I prefer or what I want, that's when I realized, like, yeah, I can't settle. I can't downplay what I'm looking for and what I want just to be with somebody, because then ultimately I'm not going to be happy. It's like I have given myself certain standards and requirements for myself moving forward, and I'm going to stick to those, and I'm going to stay with those until they change, and I decide that I want them to change. This is what it is. So if people can't get with it, then get lost, because guess what? At the end of the day, those people are legit going to do the same to you. When you do something that they don't like, or they realize that they want to like live this way or live that way, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? They're going to drop you, pretty much. If you're not living up to their standards or their expectations, what are people going to do? They're going to drop you. So guess what? You have every right to do the same. And I had to stop feeling bad about it, because that was my issue. I would feel bad. I'm like, dang, like, I don't like blocking people. Dang, I don't like go, which I honestly really still try not to do. But dang, I don't like, cutting people off. But you know what? The more I did it, the better things got and the easier it became. Now, I'm not no rude dropper, cutter offer, or ghoster. Like I said, I don't even really ghost. But I'll be honest. I'll tell the person, like, look, I'm emotionally unavailable right now, and I'm not really trying to be with anybody else on. I'm not trying to date right now. I'm not really looking for anything like that. So I wasn't really seeing you that way, or whatever the situation is. And that's because that's what I prefer is done to me. Like, it's gonna hurt either way. If someone ghosts you, it's gonna hurt, because then that's when you start asking yourself, like, what the heck? I was hearing from this person all the time, every day. Or, me and this person just hung out. I just FaceTime this person for 5 hours, whatever the case is. Then all of a sudden you never hear from them again. Like, what? It's super crazy, but it happens. And that is the start of how we start wondering what is wrong with us. Like, every time, not every time, but majority of the time, something doesn't go right with somebody, what people do is ask themselves, what's wrong with me? Things switch up. Sorry about that. Anytime people switch up or things don't go as planned, and people break up with people, or people get ghosted, or whatever, what happens? People always ask themselves, what's wrong with me? What did I do? Most of the time, my friend, you didn't do anything. It really is that person most of the time. But don't get me wrong, some of y'all out here is probably crazy and toxic and psycho, and you might have done something wrong. Like, the person might have asked you several times to stop doing this or stop being insecure, or you can trust them, or whatever the situation might be. So I ain't gonna sit here and act out and act like every time somebody drops you, you didn't do anything, because that's not true. Some of you did, and some of you have. And that's for men and women. So use your discernment and make the best judgment in the situations. You know when you were wrong, and you know when you were overboard, and you know when you disrespect people. You know when you have no regard for how someone honestly feels. And that goes, at the end of the day, it happens. And that's the thing. If you're dealing with somebody and you really don't have any regard for how they feel, and so you're treating them a certain way, please leave them alone, because that's just disrespectful, and it's just dead wrong. Honestly, it's disrespectful and it's dead wrong. Like, don't put people through that. You know when you're using people, you know when you're taking advantage of people. Like, come on, guys, let's, please, because you don't want that done to you. So don't be out here doing it to other people. I think that's just so jacked up. Really, I do. Like, I can't stand a user and a manipulator. I definitely can't stand a narcissist. That shit is E, for sure. Like, there's people out here that are legit only dealing with people to be an opportunist. People that really just deal with people to see, to get as much out of them as they can get. And then on to the next person. They'll lie to you, tell you they love you, tell you they really like you, they want to marry you, whatever. And take all they can take from you. And once they get all that they can get from you, and they've literally soaked you dry, they legit will leave and just do the exact same thing to somebody else. And it's ridiculous. That's why we have to learn to love ourselves just a little bit more each day. Like I said, every second of the day if you can. Because once you do that and you learn it and you recognize what you will tolerate and won't tolerate, then you're going to be out of those type of situations like this. You're going to learn to recognize those red flags just a little bit more. You know from the first week or two, I don't care what anybody says, you know from the first week or two whether you are about to waste your time with somebody. The problem is that people show us their true colors from jump. But we are too busy falling in love with the potential, falling in love with the imaginary, what we want them to be, what we think they can be, based on conversations that we might have. But at the end of the day, the representative, first of all, not even the representative, because that's another thing. Some people bring their representative to the table. That's how you get yourself caught up. People bring their representative to the table. And what I mean by representative is a false self. That's literally what. Well, a representative is not a false self, but in this situation, yes, that's literally what a representative is. They're bringing forth the person that they want you to see, the person that they're representing, which is usually the false self. Like, it's not a real version of them. It's like people will act how they need to act to get you. And then once they get you, sometimes it's over from there. And some people will do this for months. I mean, some people are so good at it that they bring their representative to the table for months. And it's crazy because you never realize till the last minute that somebody is not who you thought they were. Just like these people who are married to serial killers and pedophiles and rapists. It's like, you've known this person for so long. You're married to them. You have kids with them. And you still never really know somebody. That's the crazy thing. You can literally know somebody for years and still never really know somebody. So that's why you got to do yourself a favor and do your best to get to know somebody as much as you can before doing certain things. hanging out, inviting them to your house, being sexual, getting invested. You know, like, we're never going to 100% know somebody because people grow, people change. You know, I understand that. But you got to know them the best that you can. You got to. Sometimes people don't want to ask certain questions or have certain conversations when they first meet somebody. But you know what? Yes, you do. You need to. That's a part of the self-love, because there's no point for you to get yourself involved with somebody that, sorry guys, but having those conversations might seem hard, or you might feel like you're going to run somebody away before it even started once you have those conversations. But good, because you don't want to be bringing people around that are going to be a waste of your time. Like, you already know what you want and what you're looking for. I don't care if it's something as small as wanting to be with somebody that likes dancing and TikTok, someone that's going to support your business or your modeling. Like, if that person literally says, oh, I don't really like dancing or being behind camera, oh, you got a business? That's cool. That's good. Yeah, I've never really been into the whole entrepreneur thing. So, whatever. They're gonna say whatever. The point is, you already know right then and there that this person is probably not somebody that's gonna be good for you, because you're just gonna find yourself down the road probably being annoyed or agitated because you like to dance. You want a dance partner. You get on your TikTok, you get on your Instagram, you see people dancing with dance partners, dancing with their boyfriends, doing skits with their boyfriends, doing skits with their girlfriends, dancing with their girlfriends, whatever the case may be. If you know that's how you want your relationship to be, you have every right to have it, because guess what? There's somebody out here that will. If you know you like going to football games, and you know that you like traveling, you like going to the club, once a week, and not saying your significant other has to go to the club with you that often, but you like getting a table sometimes and inviting friends over, or hosting little events for your friends and stuff like that. You have every right to do that. And you have every right to find somebody that is into that stuff as well. At the end of the day, you know how you want your relationships to be. You know how you want your future life to be with the person that you're dealing with. And you have every right to do your best and search for that, because that person is out there and you will receive it. The thing is, though, you're not going to receive it when you're out here entertaining the people that aren't going to give that to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not going to happen. How? How can you get the person that you're supposed to get when you're not free? You're not available. So it's like you're missing out on that person because you're occupying your time with the wrong ones. And once again, like I said, within the first week or two, come on, like, I'll even push it to 30 days to be nice. But within the first week or two, like, come on, man. We know. We fucking know. Like, point blank period, bro. We fucking know if somebody's good for us. We fucking know if somebody's the type of person that we like. But we're probably too busy looking at their car. I need to go to 5 and Below, get my little clamp again. We're probably too busy looking at their car. We're probably too busy looking at how they look, their face, their physical features. We're probably too busy looking at the job that they have. The point is, we are too busy looking at things that, I don't want to say don't matter, but don't matter. Because if you got yourself a nice car, you got yourself a nice job, your own money, and you look good, then you should only be worried about you. The person that you with is supposed to complement you. They're not supposed to be the other half of you. So don't use that other person to make you look better, or to make you look or feel happier. That's not how it's supposed to be. We got to recognize these red flags ASAP. Like, start dropping people as soon as possible. Literally, like, start dropping these people as quick as these motherfuckers drop you. And that's the thing. Y'all out here with big hearts, too busy trying to give people the benefit of doubt, talking to them, telling them what you like, and hoping that they'll change and become that person. They never become that person. That's the thing, and I hate to break it to you. Like, a lot of people don't change. Like, who they are is going to be who they are. And People will change, but they're going to change for the person that they feel is worth changing for. So that's why I said within the first week or two, I'll give it 30 days. Like, you're going to know if a person is for you. Because even if you talk about, this is what I'm looking for, blah, 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 that person from the very beginning, they're already going to be making those changes, and you're going to see it's going to be obvious. So you'll be able to see that that person cares enough about you to the point that they, you know what I'm saying, are taking into consideration what you're saying and trying to be the type of person that, what is this person doing? Anywho, be the type of person that you want them to be. And do I recommend changing for somebody? No, I don't. But only you can decide what type of things about you you're willing to change. Like, people should love you for who you are, as friends, family, and oh yeah, I remember when I went to the school. That's friends, family, and your significant others. And if they don't, then they don't. They're not for you, and that's okay. That's literally okay. Like, it's okay, because there's so many other people out here that will care and will like you and love you for who you are. And that's exactly the type of people that you want to deal with. All right. That's exactly the type of people, the person that you want to deal with. And the same goes for you. Like, there's things that you'll be willing to change about yourself for that person that you feel it's worth changing for. And there's nothing wrong with that. But don't go out, don't be out here changing like big things about you to the point where you're not even yourself. Because the crazy thing is, especially when it comes to narcissists, it's like narcissists will literally like you for who you are, for the things that they see about you, and however you were when you first met them, right? But then they will start despising you for those exact things. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to see how I want to, hold the camera. Okay, and that's super crazy. Like, that's super crazy, because that's legit what happens, and that's legit how it goes. And I don't want to say just narcissists, because no, narcissists. Sorry, I'm gonna say narcissists. That's definitely something that narcissists do. They will legit like you for modeling, singing, having your own business, being independent. In the beginning, they'll tell you how much, that's so cool and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And then over time, all of a sudden, I don't like that you got your own business. I don't like that you're independent. I don't like that you do your music and do your modeling, whatever. Like, people are wild, bro. I'm telling you. People are literally wild and super crazy. But anyway, back to the message. Even though that is part of the message, but back to the message. Love yourself. Point blank, period. Love yourself. Like, you will see how much easier life is when you love yourself. That's something that I had to go through. And it was not the easiest, because I didn't understand exactly what loving myself was. But you can start off small. Take yourself out to eat once a week. Take yourself out to a gym day once a week. Whatever it is that you like to do. Whatever it is that you like to do. Or maybe not even like to do. But start doing. Like, even if it's lunch, getting your nails done, pedicure, I don't know, hair done. Just find something, paint and sip something, but you need to do it for yourself once a week. At least. That's just starting off. Find something that you do for yourself once a week. The same energy and the same money and the same love that you give to other people, other friends, other family, you need to start giving it to yourself, okay? And as you're hanging out with yourself and doing these things by yourself, you will be talking to yourself in your mind. You know what I'm saying? So you will learn more things about you. And you will realize what you really want. You will realize what you really won't accept. You'll start looking back on these past relationships, on these past situations with people, and you'll be like, dang, like, why'd I let that happen? Why'd I allow that to happen? Like, I don't even like that. and you realize that you were just in lust. And then that's another thing. A lot of the times we're just in lust for such a long time that we're getting lust mixed up with like. Sometimes even like mixed up with love. Sometimes even lust mixed up with love, because lust can be super powerful, like, because lust is a lot of things. Lust is attraction on all levels, sexually, physically, but it's temporary. That's the thing. You got to learn to decipher from that permanent feeling to the temporary feelings. Lust is almost as bad as the honeymoon phase. Lust is almost as bad as the honeymoon phase. Um, yeah. So just love yourself a little bit more. The sun is bright in my eyes. Just love yourself a little bit more. That's really it. Like that's really the point. Stop dealing with people that's not worth your time. I don't care if it's a man. I don't care if it's a female. I don't care if it's a friend. I don't care if it's a significant other. I don't even care if it's a family member. Sometimes I know some of y'all got these family members that just hit you up when they need something. Those people that you call and they never can pick up for you, but you always pick up for them. Like, come on, stop dealing with those people. Start giving out the energy that you receive. Like, that was something that was hard for me to give out, to give, to start giving the energy that I receive. Like, I used to feel really bad doing that. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, because I'm such a nice person and such a big-hearted person that I was feeling disrespectful. But you know what? Once I started doing it, I realized I was like, there's a difference between disrespecting somebody and giving the energy that you're receiving. I'm not saying if someone's disrespecting you, disrespect them back. But what I am saying is, if somebody kind of falls off, then they fall off. You can fall off too. If somebody starts hitting you up once a week or not talking to you as much, then guess what? You have the right to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't keep hitting somebody up every day and they stop hitting you up. If they aren't talking to you as much as they were talking to you before, they're starting to cancel plans on you all the time. I'm not saying go and cancel plans, but you have the right to say, I'm not available. I'm sorry. I'm not busy this time. Like, come on, make it make sense. It's not disrespectful to give the energy that you're receiving. Now, like I said, you can give the energy you're receiving without being disrespectful. Someone's cursing you out, you don't got to curse them out back. You can kindly say, you know what, I don't have time for this energy right now. I'm going to walk away. And of course, you might not just say it like that. Say it however you want to say it. But you just got to do better for yourself. Because even your friends, like, if you are, the point is, for this scenario, if you always are available, whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, whether it's a significant other, that person loses value in you. And that's why when you need them, they barely are available or barely come around, because guess what? It doesn't matter to them, because they know when they need you, you're going to be around, because you always are. So that's why sometimes, even if you're sitting at home watching your Netflix or your YouTube or just taking a nap, it doesn't matter. You can tell someone that you're not free, even if you are. Sometimes you have to do that, because you're not going to be valuable to people if you're always available. Like, that's something that I had to learn. Start telling people no. Not because you don't want to hang out with them, but because, like, you want to have your own personal time. You want people to respect you. You want people to see your value. The less you make yourself available, the more value that people will see in you. Just like when things like limited edition things come, or clothes, or things go out of stock, what happens? Things come out, boom. People buying these shoes and all this stuff, and then what do? They go and resell them for like 3 to 4 times. Why? Because that is scarce. Scarcity equates to value. Okay? It's the same with humans. It's the same with yourself. Be scarce. Be scarce. The more scarce you allow yourself to be, the more valuable people will see you. Okay? Like, legit. I'm telling you. Period. With a T. Or whatever. Period with a T. But, like, for real. Just keep these things in mind. Stop dealing with these people stop being in these situationships for years. 10, 12, 50 years. I don't care who you are. If you were in a situation with somebody for 3+ years, move on, please. Move on. Any male, any honest male will tell you, if you haven't became a girlfriend, if you haven't been married or engaged within 3 years, I'll even say 5 years to be nice, just in case you met them when you were 18 to 24 or something, younger years, people still got to grow sometimes, don't really understand what's happening. But if you dated somebody for 3 to 5 years and you guys are not engaged, or you've been in a situationship with somebody for 3 to 5 years and they have not made you their official girlfriend or boyfriend yet, you need to move on. That person is never going to be what you want them to be, and you're never going to be what they want you to be, to the point that they bun you up. And you know what's going to happen? Once you let them go, I guarantee you, within a year, they're going to be in an official relationship with somebody else. You were never the one. And if you're doing this to somebody else, be honest with yourself. That person is never going to be the one. You're just dealing with them because it feels comfortable, because you're complacent now. You've dealt with them for a long time. Or there's something that that person is giving you, or you're giving that person something that they don't want to lose, that they don't want to hold on to. You're making yourself available to them, and you're always catching the bait. So they know that they're not going to lose you. They think that they're not going to lose you, but maybe if you actually walk away, maybe they'll realize what they have, and then they will actually come back and decide to be official with you or engage you. But you always sticking around, you seem available. That person don't give no fuck about you. And I'm not even trying to be rude, but you can love somebody and care about somebody and still not treat them right and give a fuck about them. That's just what it is. I remember one of my ex-boyfriends used to tell me all the time, love is not enough. And I didn't understand. I'm like, well, if you love somebody, you do your best and you'll work it out. But you know what? Now that I'm older, I get it. Love is not enough. Just because you love someone doesn't mean that you're going to respect them. Just because you love someone doesn't mean that you're going to cheat and meet other people. Because at the end of the day, you love somebody for various reasons, but you're still out here looking for other things from other people, because that person obviously is not giving you everything that you want, everything that you need. But you love them because it's been 3 years. You love them because it's been 12 years. You love them because you broke their virginity, or you gave them your virginity. Man, fuck all that shit. You gonna fuck some more niggas. You gonna fuck some more bitches. You gonna meet some other people that's gonna buy you flowers. You gonna meet some other people that's gonna take you out to eat. Why do you need that shit? You can buy your own flowers, baby. You can take your own self out to eat. Hell, you can even masturbate. So really, you can do all that stuff yourself. I'm just saying. Stop playing yourself. Like, y'all don't realize how stupid you're making yourself look to the other person. That's why they don't value you. Like, they might not be out here mentally abusing you and verbally abusing you and disrespecting you and shit like that, but they don't value you, and that's just as bad. Come on. You have your own personal timeline of what you're looking for in life and when you want it to happen by, and there's somebody out there that's waiting for you. There's someone that's literally looking for the exact person that you are. So you got to start weeding these people out so that person can actually make their way in. If you're continuously dealing with the person that you don't really care for, the person that isn't really giving you what you need, like I said, you are not available. So you're carrying all these people, training down all these people, or not even allowing the Lord to bring the right person in your life because you are taken. And then taken by the wrong one at that. Come on, do better for yourself. Come on, man. You should love yourself enough that you don't want to be with these whack-ass, stupid-ass bitches, these whack-ass, stupid-ass niggas that's not making you happy. Come on. The Lord will give you anything and everything that you need. So you don't need to be with nobody to get anything. You don't need to be with nobody to help your rent get paid. You don't need to be with nobody to go half on these bills to help your gas. Like, God got you, man. You need to start believing and putting your time into the right thing, which is yourself and the Lord. And you will get everything that you need on time. Maybe not when you want it, but on time. All right? So that's really all I got to say right now. Mainly because it's time for me to walk into the building for work. So we will reconvene later, and I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Like, love yourself more and more each day, and I guarantee you'll start seeing the difference. Start somewhere. All right? I love you guys. Subscribe to my channel. Follow my Instagram. Just continue to be awesome and know that the person that you want and need and is for you is out there. In the meantime, give everything to yourself because you deserve it. You are a queen and you are a king. All right, y'all. Peace out.